guys, we're here again with another episode of the JG Lending Show. I'm here today with two very special guests. I'm here with Sadi and Mabel, two realtors, again from Lifestyle International Realty, but they're from also the Caldron Estates. So I'm here with actually two girl bosses for sure. We're doing a little pop-up JG Lending Show at their current open house over here in Dania Beach. So I kind of wanted to introduce themselves here just to give a little bit of talk, their experience, what they're doing, and, you know, kind of how they secured this house. So Sadi, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a real estate agent in the Calderon Estates. I am actually a listing agent for sellers and owners of landlords and such in South Florida. So, how did I get this house? Is because I was, prospecting. I was actually prospecting and just being transparent over the phone. Yeah, I mean, people tell you to go to hell over the phone, but hey, I mean, you don't see them, so you move on to the next one. So someone is actually, eager to sell or rent out their house.
Absolutely. So before I actually introduce Mabel, and she said something that I just want to touch. So you're a new agent, right?
Sure.
When did you get licensed?
I got licensed exactly a year ago.
Exactly a year. Okay. Now, you got licensed exactly a year ago. What's been the thing that you've learned the most that's helped you grow your business right now?
The thing that helped me grow my business is prospecting. That's number one.
So what did we talk about in the last shows? Prospecting, prospecting, prospecting. So kind of give me a rundown of your schedule. You're new, you're hustling. Give me a rundown of that.
Well, I mean, I wake up, eat my breakfast, and then boom on the phones for 1 to 4 hours. I mean, 4 hours is supposed to be some bitch shit. You gotta wait to 6 hours. You know what I mean? Just bum, bum, bum until you get that one person. And if you do get that one person, you gotta keep going for more. It depends how hungry you are.
Okay, all right. I like that. So now Mabel, introduce Mabel. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Mabel Cordero. I'm also with Lifestyle in the Caldron Estates. I think Sadi's being too modest. She's the little pit bull on that phone. Just to say, we do calls together sometimes, and she, I've been a real estate agent for almost 3 years now, and she beats me every time. So watch out for her. Watch out for her.
So all right. So being good on the phone is a great thing. You get the lead, you get the client. Now, let's talk about the shift in the market.
Oh my goodness.
Let's talk about the shift in the market, right? So I bet you when you got licensed a year ago, you probably thought, hey, this thing's easy, sell themselves, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
How's that shift coming to you? How are you feeling it?
It's hitting hard. Like, it's making my life. Because, yes, you called, you got the listing agreement, check, and it's just like, it doesn't matter if you have a listing, it matters if you close the listing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Imagine telling your client, I can do this, and then when the time comes, you're not walking the talk, and it's just like, it's just what the market is telling us. When I let my clients know, like, hey, we wait 2 weeks to let the market know what they're telling us, and we got to go back and revisit the price. At the end of the day, they're my boss. I can't just come in here and just say, hey, let's market at this price, you know what I mean? Yes, I'm the professional, but at the end of the day, they want a certain amount in their pockets.
So are clients still, you think, overlisting their houses right now? Are sellers still thinking we're selling?
Yes. Oh, yes. It is ridiculous. And then when months go by, they're going to start putting down their pants and accepting an offer.
Accepting an offer.
Yeah.
No, I'm seeing that too. I mean, especially from the lending side, I'm actually seeing appraisals coming over purchase prices now. And I'm like, right? And we just had one right now, right? Oh no, we had one come in exactly, what was it, 171,000?
Yes, like on the T. But I've had two already that's come above, at least 5,000 above.
Exactly. So me and Mabel just are closing our first deal on Friday.
Yes.
We're going to go celebrate, of course.
It's a small one, but we're going to get bigger from there.
Yes, of course.
It's the compound interest snowball effect. She already got a taste of my work. Now she's just,
Everything will be extra now. But Joe, I wanted to tell you something about that. I got licensed in 2019 at the end. So I started in the beginning of January, right during the boom.
Okay.
And it was opposite. That's why I think I got a little bit of the best of best worlds, right?
What do you mean it's opposite?
Because when I was first starting, they're like, oh, your house is worth this much. And the seller's like, you're crazy. My house is not worth that much.
Wow.
I want to go lower. And then I looked like a superstar because I was getting offers that were above because it was right in the beginning.
Exactly.
And so as soon as they told me, oh, you did know that was coming. So that's really important to always know what's coming.
What's coming with the market, exactly. So as of your experience, you obviously were there with the boom and stuff like that. Now, okay, this is a big thing I see with realtors. But now we're posting, so it's 50K above appraisal, 50K above appraisal. What do you think about that now? Is that going to change? Do you think realtors are going to fall out? You think what do you think is going to happen in the real estate market?
For sure, that's going to start to phase out. I already see it already in every day, especially when we're representing buyers. And I'm now doing more listings now. And you're starting to see the offers. The most I'm seeing out of the 3 that I have right now currently I got one above asking.
Really?
Or one that's going to go
offering-
above appraisal.
Everybody's offering under asking? right
Yes.
now?
Or just asking.
Yes.
Or just
Wow.
asking. So now they feel like buyers are getting smart and they're trying to, hey, I'm going to negotiate a little bit less.
Of course,
I mean,
because
it's
interest
a
rates
right
are up.
correction going on right now. so-
Exactly. So that's one thing I did want to touch on, from the mortgage side, right? So interest rates are up. Interest rates were, when we were seeing 2s and 3s, we're now at 5s and 6s. That's a jump of more than double. So we're seeing that now, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It really doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But it means that we're entering a buyer's market. Back in 2016, we were like this. I know none of us were licensed there at that point or in this market, but we can go back and look at that because 2016 was the same. You had buyers you had to actually have a good real estate agent to make you a legitimate contract and try to get it in there and get accepted. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's not a bad thing that we're heading in recession. It's actually a good thing for buyers. Are you guys working with investors right now?
Well, some of them cash investors most of the time,
Cash
but you
investors.
already know these cash investors buy homes in bulk,
Yeah.
and it's always lower than the asking price. You know what I mean? And then hey, with cash, you need no appraisal or just bum, and you already got the house smooth. Yeah.
Okay. And you, Mabel?
Yeah, same thing. We have a lot of investors in-house as well
Mhm.
that we work with, but the same thing. They want to buy at the best deal.
The best deal.
So sometimes that's not the best option for my seller because my job is to get them the highest and best.
Exactly.
But if the market does correct, I tell them, hey, this is always your way out. No matter what, we have an action plan.
Absolutely. So now, again, going back to in 2019, Mabel, are you getting actually more investors now than you were back then, since houses are actually being bought at certain price points now?
It's funny that you said that. I'm getting more calls and they're more curious about the market right now, and they just want me to keep them informed. So I
Exactly.
think now we're on a monthly basis talk, maybe every 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Okay, that's exactly right. So with the market correction, you're seeing investors come in all the time. I'm doing most of my deals that are investments right now because investors are like, finally, it's like purchasing
Correct.
homes under market value. If you're purchasing something above market value, it's not a good investment.
No.
It's not where you sell, it's where you buy. That's, to me, is what I think is the most important. So, Sadi, how'd you get this house? Tell me the story of this listing.
All right. How did I get this house? So one day I'm at McDonald's, I'm calling. And this house was supposed to be for rent. And so I had to educate her on what's going on. Like, it's the perfect time to sell your house. Do you even owe a mortgage with it and such? And no, she paid off free and clear. I said, all right, awesome. I created a net seller sheet. So a net seller sheet is basically lets seller knows how much they're gonna net after the sale. So it's not like I'm picking a number from the sky. I'm giving them an actual estimate, so around there at the price point they want. So when they see that, they feel okay. She knows what she's talking about. So when I met her in person, because obviously I'm just a stranger over the phone, when I met her in person, I brought out the RPR report that basically states the value of the property, the net seller sheet, and basically my listing presentation. And just really just went thoroughly through it and, was really casual about it. I don't like to just put myself down in people's throats. I just let her decide, like, hey, you decide who you want to do business with. And she felt like she was comfortable doing business with me because I'm a shark, and I just basically did things done.
Hey, okay. So walk me through that process. Walk me through your processes. How do you get somebody who's going to rent into purchasing? Like, what is it that you guys do for listings to get those clients? Give me a little bit of that.
So, I told them basically at the open houses, because she hosted an open house by herself and no one came, obviously. So, yeah, so I was like, listen, at the open house, we got our mortgage loan officer here, pre-approving people on the spot. We got our Pasalitos right here doing a rundown for our future buyers through the house and such. And she doesn't have to lift a finger until when there's offers.
Right.
When there's offers being submitted, I send it to her via email. She picks the best one.
Exactly. So what is the benefit of having a real estate agent do your open houses? So let's say, for example, why should I pay you 3%? Why should I really pay you 3% when I can do this myself?
Number one, you're with the culture in the States. You're going to get 10 girls automatically in your pocket, right? So not only are you going to have us, right now, when Sadi's doing this open house, I'm going to go door knock on her behalf. We already made phone calls on her behalf. We're already sending marketing on her behalf. So we're doing a lot of lead work.
Okay.
As a realtor, that probably a sale for sale by owner would be doing.
Okay.
Number one on that, everything that we do marketing is just send 1 or 2 flyers. So it comes out a lot of money to do those flyers. We do just listed, just sold, under contract. and we send the ala so they can see our face multiple times.
Exactly.
And they can see your property multiple
Exactly.
times. And not only that, but we do international. Not only do we do for now New York, New Jersey, but we also send the international buyers.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of which, when she said that, I send my seller list report every Friday. So follow up Friday, she has a list report. So she sees that people from Canada looking at her property, New York and such, and she was like, wow, this is great. And I said, yeah, and that's the ads that we run on your behalf.
Exactly. So that's the whole thing with real estate agents and coming apart. That this is what separates you guys from other real estate agents. And we're gonna like cut through a little video of the whole house, and you can see their marketing, and it's insane. I would think they own the house, literally. It's like they got flags up. Well, Sadi couldn't get the flag up. I'm not gonna lie. So, Sadi couldn't get the flag up, so we had to help her. Duh, that's the good thing about having a lender house.
And I think the biggest thing is keeping the marketing consistent, right? So
Yeah.
for us, the pink, obviously, you're going to see the pink product.
Of course.
Services to recognize that to us.
Marketing, marketing, marketing.
So on your behalf, not only are they going to see us, but they're going to see us in multiple listings.
You're exactly right. You know, and you know what's funny? It's so funny you mentioned that. So we're on the way over here, and I completely forgot that I'm coming to an open house. We were kind of just talking, so I kind of forgot about it. And then before I even get there, it was like 4 minutes away from the entrance. I saw a pink thing, and I was like, holy shit, that's Caldwell Estates. And I'm like, oh wait, that's Mabel. And I was like, oh, that's Mabel. I'm going to an open house. Of course, he has flyers.
The lot box is pink.
For real, it's brand awareness, so that's super important for marketing. I think what I've done with my business is the marketing, thanks to Ashley back there. She's been freaking awesome, bro. So I think marketing right now, well, we did the color what? Blue and red, right? I think that became my brand out of nowhere. Yeah, that became my brand out of nowhere, blue and red, and I've embraced it. So now people see blue and red and they look at that. But I think marketing is absolutely the most important thing for any business, for your brand, basically. For people want to look at a color and associate that. People want to see an open house and associate it with Caldwell Estates. People want to see something Mabel Cordero. They want to see Sadi. They want to see something there that's you guys. So marketing definitely is the most important thing, and I'm glad you guys have really gotten it out there and done it well over there.
And I think that with the marketing, not only that, but we do a lot of old school stuff, right? The calling, the door knocking, that a lot of agents don't do.
Absolutely.
We get hung up on 100 times a day. They send us
Keep it going.
in every direction.
Keep it going.
It's crazy.
But somebody's going to stick.
But it's crazy. People tell me cold calling is not effective anymore. Like, yes, we get hung up on it, but how many listings, clients have you guys really gotten from picking up the phone?
5 or 6.
5 or 6? And she hasn't even been calling that long, you know? And you
Since March, so that's not that bad at all.
March? No, that's not bad at all. 5 or 6 clients from calling on the phone, clients who don't want to even speak to you, clients who probably get calls every single day. You know, you guys are still pushing it forward and forward. These girls do Mondays and Fridays, well, every day basically, but they are Mondays and Fridays, they're in the office though, and they're all calling as a unit. It's kind of impressive, and I push that on my team as well. So, and I love, you know, to get involved with that because that's just the most effective way.
No, and I want to remind you guys that we're so new. We just started the Caldwell Estates this year. So we're running with like treading water. Let's say we're not gonna fail. We are going to make it.
Exactly.
And we're gonna be better than so many other teams out there.
Under any circumstances, you guys are not going to fail. Yeah, no, this is the JG Lending team and Caldwell Estates collab right here. Yeah. And listen, guys, you know, I'm so glad you guys have me in this open house. Realtors, you're watching this and your lender is not an open house.
Get a new one.
No, it's so important to have a lender by your side because there's 21 questions. Every client is different, so it needs to be a partnership.
Yeah.
Without you, I can't get a sale.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
No,
it.
it's those questions, you know, sometimes I think, what I like a lot is when clients come in, right? I'm not just here just to hope that they're going to get approved. No. What I'm here is I'm also here to have a conversation. I'm here to tell them, hey, like, what are you looking for? What's your buying price? Yeah, you might have another lender, but can I offer you something better? And I'm not even talking about interest rates. How many of the times do you have somebody come in, now this house is beautiful, I can't really afford it, but they don't know the other option that they have.
Correct.
That are non-conventional, that are non-conforming. You know, guys, if you watch my show, my podcast, you know, I'm non-QM all day.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing no income loans, I'm doing bank statement loans, doing whatever type of loan you need. So when somebody comes in and they're like, man, I'm only pre-approved for $300,000. Hold
Check
up.
it.
Are you really though? Are you really? So we'll come in here, we'll pre-approve them like, hey, you're now pre-approved for this house. What did I just do? I got the client the house, their dream house, and I got my realtor partners a sale.
Yes.
And that's what we always do. And, you know, at that point, it creates trust and bond. And I think that's the most important thing, you know. I think you have a couple you've had before we met, you know, we only met recently. You have some relationship with lenders. How important and crucial has that been to your business?
Especially at the beginning, I had some lenders I just blindly just got, okay, that's the one. I didn't know what to do. I was lost. And I realized that this is not the way. I'm not going to be a good realtor. I'm not going to be representing my buyer property. So I need to make relationships with them.
Okay, so how has that really improved your business? What happened from when you didn't have a good lender to now that you have a good lender?
I get closed. I get money in my pocket. No, but it's really important. And anything that's going on, what can we fix beforehand before we get under contract, right? If it's credit, if it's this, if it's that, how much down payment. A lot of these lenders lie to you. Yeah, he's qualified, but he really isn't qualified. So we need to know the truth both ways, because if not, we're never going to get to the closing table.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm very transparent with my realtors. Sometimes realtors say, hey, can you just send me pre-approval? And I'm like, I don't know that.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to approve it. They haven't sent me this. Can you just send it to me? I'm like, all right, listen, you want it? I'm going to give it to you. But if midway the contract he gets denied,
Don't get
I'm not going to be
mad.
responsible for it. I'm
No.
not.
And another thing we noticed, some of these lenders will just give you a pre-approval just to get your business. Hey, you're pre-approved for $600,000. When I look at the details, no HOA is included. Taxes are $1,000. Who pays $1,000 in taxes for a $600,000 house?
And in Miami,
Doesn't
it
exist,
doesn't exist. Yeah.
right? Nowhere almost anymore,
Probably not. Yeah.
right? So for a $600,000 house, $1,000. So let's be honest, this is not a real pre-approval. Now you're setting them up for failure, and then we look like the bad guys.
Of
So I
course.
have to educate them and say your lender just lied to you.
Absolutely no. And I always say that, look, at the end of the day, your buyers, if they're putting an extra money deposit down, you really have to protect them. You can't use that for them, and you can't screw with the sellers either. Imagine waiting 30 days, and at the end of the 30 days, nah, man, we can't close. You guys are going to have to redo everything all over again. You're not only affecting your buyer, you're affecting the buying agent, the listing agent, the seller, the title company,
And your reputation.
and your reputation. Exactly. I don't understand why people lie. You're affecting so many parties, all in all, that you're really going to affect your business and everybody else's business as a whole.
Yeah, and when I was new, I was going to call the lender that was for my buyer, I didn't know. And I would start asking all these questions, and I realized, wow, this is not good. And I can tell them, you either take the leap of faith or I can't represent you.
Absolutely.
They're lying to you.
Okay.
And
So you
things
call,
start to
as a
switch.
listing agent, you call a buying agent.
Or no, and even as a buyer's agent, I call my lenders, hey, my name is Mabel. That's how I met my other lender that I really love too.
Yeah. Two, right?
Two. And now we just started. But don't worry.
Guys, you gotta DM Mabel. Tell her to come to the JG Lending Team. Exclusive deals
Hey, I
only.
already started. Don't worry, it's coming. But for sure, but that's how we talked, right?
Okay.
This is the truth. This is what I asked. I need this, and this, and they were like, "Wow, who are you?" I'm like, "My name is Mabel Cordero, and this is a lie. Give me a better pre-approval,
Absolutely.
or if not, I'm gonna move on."
Absolutely. You have to. You really have to have that relationship. And the lenders, I don't even know how to explain it anymore. So what I teach my team, and this is how I do it, right? If you're the listing agent on any deal, and you get a contract accepted, let's say you didn't do a Mabel did. You didn't call me to verify that it makes sense, right? No. But what I'm going to do is the moment we get the listing, I'm going to call you. And I'm going to be like, hey, listen, Mabel, so I'm the lender. I'm here, I'm trying to let you know everything looks great. If there is slightly an issue, I'm like, hey, look, this is the only issue we have with the buyers that could affect something. This is the only thing I'm seeing. If you're okay with it, let's keep moving forward. If not, obviously you got to take the steps necessary. Listen, guys, I'm in the business of closing deals, but I'm not in the business of losing anybody money.
Right.
So I need to protect my clients and protect you as well. So I always call them, and I'm like, hey, Mabel, everything's gonna go great. Thank you, appreciate it. Because guess what? Your time as a listing agent is too valuable for you to be calling me.
Correct.
You should be calling your other people. You should not be calling me to figure out what's going on with your deal. We just closed them together. I don't think you ever reached out to me really to ask, hey, what's going on?
It's always giving me the updates.
It's
smooth.
great.
I can close my eyes, and I know we're in good hands.
Every Tuesday, yo, Mabel, appraisal order, bang, let's come in. Hey, yo, appraisal came in at 171, and it came in at asking, which is weird, but okay.
You're not buyer's agent. It's like nobody has to worry because you got it.
It's
amazing.
You shouldn't have to worry. You guys are professionals that should go get more deals. If you don't have to worry, I get more deals.
No, you mentioned something that I love as a listing agent. As we're becoming more listing agents, I like that. My previous buyer's agent, just sent me an email, and their lender sent me a video, recap, everything. Boom, why am I not going to pick you? You just stand out above and beyond.
So exactly, right there, boom.
Call, email, do you need me to send you a video? No, it's okay, I got it.
Exactly, right
Explaining
there.
everything.
So you just talked about it. So buying agents or realtors, what's the benefit of having a good lender? Aside from them taking you to the closing table, she just said it. She's accepted a legitimate offer based on what the lender has done differently for them. The guy sends a video. The guy said, "Hey, you stand out from the rest there." You know, she's like, "Wow, this deal's going to close." Because guess what? You're willing to risk maybe what? If you 3% of $5,000 is $150 or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to take a $5,000 less offer, you know, who cares? Because you know the deal's going to close.
Right.
So certainty over greed, and that's what the lenders are here for. So realtor, you're about to get lender, man.
That's what I like about Jojo. I will do those things for you as well on your behalf, and for every offer that you put, he'll put a good word in for you.
Yeah, Joe, this is my third open house.
Yeah, yo, and Sadi.
Cheers to the shop. Be careful.
Me and Sadi, we done 3 open houses together. First one, it was bust. But it wasn't her fault.
Yeah,
It really
it's the seller just being greedy, and now look, he closed it way less than what he asked
Really?
for.
For how much less?
Let's see, he wanted $550, then he relisted it for $570 with another realtor. That's okay, man. God bless you. Shout out. And now he closed it for $515.
$515. Boom. Right there. And I'm gonna give you guys something here. So I was there with somebody. I'm literally there with her, bro. And we're at this open house. Not a single person showed up.
Not a single.
One person showed up, and
Oh,
we
okay.
were not expecting that. But one person showed up. They looked at the house and they're like, "How much is it?" And they left right there.
Yeah.
So actually, during that open house, we got on the phone and we're calling this guy, and she's trying to explain to him, like, "Dude, like your property's not priced correctly."
Right.
And he goes, "Look, he's like, I picked you because I like your hustle. I like this. I like that you stood out, right?" He's like, "But I got other agents calling me, telling me I can list it for $570 outside."
And you get that all day.
right?
So why are they not knocking down your door with that $570 offer, my man? So it's just like, you know, like I work with people who are really reasonable and they understand the market and such. Not a person that lives in La La Land.
Exactly.
And you have to educate.
Of
Because
course.
some of them will tell you, I want to list at 900,000 when your property's worth at 600.
You guys are the professionals.
So I tell them, that's a scary number, but I'll list it for you. But are you willing to take a huge price reduction?
Yeah.
And I go, just a reminder, if you do a price reduction, now you look like the off-sale, off-rack
There you go.
at Neiman's Marcus and nobody wants those size.
Of course, or if your property has been on the market for a month or two, it's like looking at a beautiful woman and you're like, hey, why is she single?
Oh shit! She's crazy for real.
That one has issues, right?
It's exactly like that. So
I'm saying the same thing every time. So when you guys send me properties, hey, can I get a pre-approval? I always look at the property because I gotta get the taxes, I gotta get the HOA, I gotta make sure everything's all good. So I look at the property, and then if I see price reductions, and I'm seeing them everywhere. I'm straight
Everywhere.
up seeing it
The
everywhere.
line with the arrow.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't notice you can see price reductions on every website. Yeah. So if I'm seeing the price reduction, I'm like, haha, this house can't sell. That means it's overpriced. You know. Now I'm looking at it and now I can laugh at it. Before it's like price increase, price increase, price increase. But again, the guy drop sided. He gave her what, 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
Taking this amount of time, like it was nothing.
It was
Like
you know, I don't know what to tell you. It was a guy who was just a Looney Tune.
really.
It was a whole Looney Tune.
But those things happen in real estate.
Yeah, it does
And you're going to
happen.
get it. You got eyes for
What's meant for you will be for you. That client will work with you regardless and is loyal. If the person is not loyal, you don't even want to work with them.
Exactly. So listed at $550, no one came. Relisted with another agent at $570, and sold it for $515. That is $55,000 under appraised value. Original
You
asking.
had an offer for like 520.
Yes,
And he didn't want it. 520 or 527. I want it at that moment.
Cash.
And now, so that's another thing that should bring up. The first 2 weeks of the market is your best bet for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, so why? Tell me that.
It's the hottest, it's the best right now. Everybody wants to do those first 2 weeks. It's hot, fresh, out of the oven.
Right there. It's a brand new listing right there, off the market, boom, right there. Okay, okay.
You're gonna get your best offers. Be smart, and we educate them. But if you keep waiting, you're just gonna get no bond.
Yeah, exactly. So now, all right, now let's go with the last question, guys, so we can wrap this up. Now, would you guys still say to me something else?
Yes.
Okay, why? I mean, give me
Yes.
something.
I mean, yeah, we're in a price correction, but still, there's certain people that are looking. Well, it depends on the location.
Okay.
On the location in the home itself. If it's old and you know the ground, like the floors are leveled and such. It depends on the home. But if you live in a good neighborhood, such as this property right here in this gated community, I believe it's a right time to sell before it really goes back down, or before buyers have their whole power.
Yeah, okay. What about you?
Same thing. I think it's a great time to sell. I'm not a fortune teller, right? I don't read as many books as you do a day, running. But what I've my understanding, we're going to go into a stabilized moment where it's not going to go up or down. It's going to be kind of stable.
Yeah.
So it's still a very good time to still get good money and still buy. So it's going to be
Yeah.
kind of a little bit of both
Exactly.
before we hit any recession or anything that's going to happen.
Well,
I
all I
don't
know is that next year, first quarter is a great time to buy.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
for sure.
Why?
It's just,
It just is. It
This
just
is
is.
what we think. A crystal ball tells us
It
that.
was-
So there's still a good time to sell.
Yes.
Listen to your agents. Listen to your mortgage lender.
you know.
And they're going to help you the right way, guide you the right way.
Absolutely.
But get a good agent. Interview them.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
also for your lenders. Find a great lender that fits your criteria, your time, just to pick up the phone at 6 o'clock,
Absolutely.
right? Because I need a video from him. I need anything to stand out.
absolutely.
I don't want no chase.
Absolutely.
9 to 5.
No, I'm the same way. I'm thinking. So a lot of people, when you said get a good lender, get a good real estate agent, bro. Some people have clients. I have clients sometimes or somebody like, hey, my girlfriend just became a real estate agent, and I want to do it with her. And I'm like, please, no, please, just listen, just please take my word for it. Don't do it. You know, number one, you don't gotta pay the agent. You know, number two, but number two. So I've had real estate agent, realtor partners that I work with, and some of them have buyers, and pretty qualified buyers, and they can't get an offer accepted. Then I have other agents that, if I send them any buyer, that deal can be messed up. And I'm talking like through the floor, say, offer accepted, here you go.
Badass.
Like there's a difference, and she'll call me and she'll be like, "Yeah, I'll get this done by Friday." We just did it today. I got a pre-approval done Tuesday night, like midnight. Offer accepted, contract in on Friday.
Well, here's a funny story. I did an open house last weekend for another property we have, and the guy's like, "Oh, I want to work with you, but I have to work with my nephew."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whatever, just put the offer. It's fine.
Yeah.
We put the offer. He did all the contract wrong. We didn't even look at it. I'm not gonna work with an agent that he wants $40,000 towards selling contributions. All this mess. When the guy called me, asked me, why didn't we get accepted? I said, you want $40,000 in cash from my seller. He's like, oh, I didn't know my nephew wrote that. Another one I lose. I said, another one. Woo. I said, I get that to your nephew, but
Yeah, but it's business. At the end of it.
Yeah.
It's a house. It's a
and
transaction.
now he's trying to sell his house with his nephew, and he got the wrong deal. It's okay to transfer the deed, the loan. It's a hot mess, and he's stuck. And so that's how important it is. I understand, and especially if they're new at it. Maybe if it's like an agent that's been working and that they're good,
Yeah.
hey, I can tell you something different. But if they're new,
Exactly.
just go list. It's okay.
Exactly. And that's something, so I said that was the last thing. This will be the last thing. This will be the last thing. It's that to me, when you're a new agent, there's something about being new. There's nothing about being new. We're all new. We all went through the same pain points, we're just saying that's the thing. But if you're new, the number one thing I'll tell you is doing a team. Really find yourself a team.
Yes.
Because I'm sure your businesses have transformed since entering the California
Oh
States.
man.
When I started, I didn't have nobody. I'm telling you, I started in a company, More Lending. When we first started, I literally moved them into the office. And I was the first LO they ever hired. So imagine, they had to keep the lights on. The only two people producing didn't have time for me. I had to learn everything on my own, por coñazo.
Right.
The first deal I did was my girlfriend's dad's deal. And it was a refinance, cash out refi. Thank you, 2021.
Yeah.
Cash out refi, so it was simple. But man, I'm telling you, that's a conventional loan. 800 FICO score, 50% LTV.
Wow.
And now I can do that loan in 1 week with my eyes closed, typing behind my back, But then I'm like, what do I do? I can't do this. I don't know where to go, this and that. And I couldn't ask any questions, And that was what hindered me a lot. Thank God there was no realtor involved. But I didn't do my first purchase till, I'm thinking around midsummer. And I had already been licensed for 6 months.
Wow.
So
That's actually really good.
I didn't do my first purchase till then. So I didn't really have to work with the realtor. And when I finally figured out how to work with the realtor, when I finally figured out how to do a purchase, dude, you got to request title, find insurance, find this, find that.
Whole
And I'm,
process.
what is this? So now it's more confident. Now if a realtor calls me and yells at me, hey, was something there before? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared, blah, blah. I have a realtor call me, listen, you're going to calm down. This is what's happening right here. This is where it's going. This is
Got
the
control.
details. Yeah, you got to have control. And that's another big thing about having your lender be the listing agent, the lender of the listing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alrighty, hearing.
Yeah, my first sale was my sister's and my brother-in-law's, and I was so grateful.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know anything. I didn't do my due diligence to learn. I thought it was just going to be open the
Yeah.
door, show where the refrigerator is, that's white, right? The market was changing, so it was great. Comes the day, I forgot to put the washer and dryer on the contract that they wanted it. I forgot to put this. So thankful I was my sister and my brother-in-law. They're like, they will take care of it. We'll pay for it. But when the lawyer got involved on the other side, I said, this is it.
Yeah.
Eyes open. I have to put my big girl pants and I have to read this contract. I have to be the best at this contract.
Absolutely.
So that was really eye-opening. People go through everything. Imagine if it wasn't my sister. and I owe them $1,000, $2,000
On for sale, like yo, that's
And
that's
that's-
and I look like a moron. But that just shows me that I needed someone on my side.
you need a team. You need
Exactly.
to.
That's what back to being in a team, and we have a broker that holds us accountable. She will literally rip out.
Julie.
She will literally rip out our veins.
She might kill us right now. We're not making phone calls.
Where's the Google video? You gotta send
I can
it.
call her right now.
But no, with her accountability, it made us like it was like literally we're our backs to the wall, and we just gotta be hungry, and that's how we got these listings.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 deals are not good enough.
No,
Exactly.
you got
Better.
something in the pipeline. Tomorrow's zero again.
Again.
That's how you gotta be.
And that's super important to keep yourself surrounded with people who have the same goals as you or better.
Yes.
Because if not, we're humans. I
You
tend to
have
be
to.
very lazy. I want to sleep in. I want to do that. If it wasn't for Sadi calling me at 10, are you gonna make phone calls at 10? I'll be there at 10, vice versa.
Yeah.
We both probably want to do it.
Exactly.
Hold each other accountable, and then our standards get higher and higher.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in here. We're going to show a little beautiful tour of
Yes.
this house as well. Sadie's going to be like, welcome to MTV Cribs. You know, we're really that bad from 2011. But thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. You know, thank you for having me here as well. All right?
Thank you guys so much for having us, and obviously to the seller for allowing us to do this.
Yeah. Shout out to the
Great.
seller.
Beautiful property in Dania Beach is active listing right now. Me too. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank
Mic
you.
up.